Imagine the smell of wet earth, the scent of a revolution. It begins quietly on a muddy riverbank at dawn. A single planter presses a seed into damp soil. This simple act is where our story starts. It is where humanity first learned to plan for the future. Farming turned cycles of hunger into seasons of surplus. And surplus created something new, the village. Soon, villages grew into the first cities. In Mesopotamia, clay tablets tracked the grain that fed thousands, while a king's laws were carved into stone. Along the Nile, the river's predictable floods built an empire of pyramids and bureaucrats. A fundamental bargain was struck. Citizens offered their labor and taxes in exchange for order and protection. This blueprint for civilization appeared across the globe, from the clean drainage of Indus Valley cities to the oracle bones of the Yellow River. A question echoed: what holds a city of strangers together? The answer was found in rules, rituals, and the power of shared stories. Empires built the infrastructure for this new world. Persia's royal roads, Greece's public squares, and Rome's sprawling network of trade and law did more than move armies and goods. They created highways for ideas. Along these routes, powerful new ways of thinking took root. Hinduism defined a cosmic order of duty and rebirth. Buddhism offered a path to end suffering. Confucianism provided a model for social harmony. These philosophies, along with Taoism's call for balance, Judaism's sacred covenant, and Christianity's radical message of love, spread across continents. They traveled on Roman roads and merchant ships, shaping cultures and outlasting the very empires that first carried them. Soon, the seas themselves became streets, and power began to move at the speed of the wind. A new faith, Islam, rose from the desert, and within a century, its influence connected ports from Spain to Indonesia. The Mongols, masters of the steppe, reopened the ancient Silk Road, creating a vast corridor for trade and technology. Across the Indian Ocean, monsoon winds synchronized the movements of merchants and scholars, creating a vibrant, interconnected world. The center of gravity began to shift, pulling commerce toward shores that had not yet been mapped. Then a collision of worlds reshaped the planet. The Columbian Exchange rewired global ecology. New crops transformed diets, while new diseases devastated populations. An Atlantic world was born, built on silver, sugar, and the immense suffering of enslaved Africans. As wealth and power tilted westward, so too did ideas. The scientific revolution and the Enlightenment sparked new questions about rights, reason, and rule. These questions fueled revolutions, and the Industrial Revolution transformed how we work, live, and fight. In the centuries that followed, new nations were forged in the fires of empire and rebellion. But this era of unprecedented connection also brought unprecedented conflict. 2 world wars, genocide, and a decades-long cold standoff. From that wreckage, we built new global institutions and a glowing digital web that promised to connect us all. Today, we live within those networks. Our modern debates over citizenship, belief, and borders echo the ancient bargains struck in the first cities. Technologies like genome editing and artificial intelligence now test the limits of those connections, straining our trust and our security. Understanding the routes we built is the only way to navigate the risks we now share. The story of our shared past is the map to our shared future, a future where these connections will intensify in ways we are only beginning to imagine.